What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Today, we're talking about leg training and, more importantly, single leg training. And really, even more important than that, where people tend to mess up single leg training, because it has a place and needs to be in every single workout program, especially if you're trying to train athletically, because we spend a lot of time on one leg. Two movements that really become staples of single leg training are lunging and a Bulgarian split squat. And a Bulgarian split squat is a great exercise. It's one of my absolute favorite. You've seen it before. You put one foot up on a bench right here, you come down, you load up with dumbbells or a barbell here, and you come up and out of it. Now, people screw this up all the time. The fact is, the way down, you can screw it up, and more importantly, on the way up, you can screw it up. And doing so in either place will negate the real benefits of this type of training and make you sort of turn to only squatting, double leg, or only deadlifting, or whatever other double leg exercise you can do. And that's a major mistake. So let's fix it. Let's show you how to do it the right way. So if I come up here, the first thing we'll talk about is the descent. The descent has to have two things in place. Number one, it's got to have the tracking of the knee proper, in proper alignment. When you go down, you want to hinge here at the hip. This crease right here, I want to make that crease more. If I put my hand right here into my hip, I want to be able to make it disappear. So I can make it disappear just by going like that and dropping into my hip. What that does is it sets my knee up on the right track to go straight down without driving forward way over my knee, creating stress in my kneecap, my patellar tendon. Especially for someone like me that has already pain there, it's a nightmare. So you want to make sure you're dropping in here and we drop straight down. The next thing you'll notice is thoracic spine is nice and tight and upright. We can do that here just with a dowel. If I lay this over my back, drop it straight down, I can check right away to make sure that I'm doing just that. I'm right here, straight down, the dowel stays with me. If I at all start leaning forward, the dowel's going to start riding away from my low back. So we don't want that. We want to be able to establish it here, stay upright, go straight down, drop it through the hip, drop it through the quad. Okay, now, next part is on the way up. When we come up, this is where I see people totally nullify the effectiveness of the exercise, even if they got the first part right. Because what they do is they push backwards instead of up. Okay, so they come down here and then they do that. They're driving away from the foot. And what you're doing here is first of all, you're missing half of the real kinetic chain and the function of the entire kinetic chain, which is triple extension, getting your hip into extension. Because if I come here while I'm extending the knee, I'm not extending the hip. I'm still bent here at the hip. So what I want to be able to do is extend through the hip. As a physical therapist, I can tell you that most disorders and dysfunction of the lower body come from a lack of full hip extension. Posterior chain that's weak glutes. We need to be able to incorporate that into this motion by having the knee stay here and then keeping it there. If you focus on where this knee is right here and you don't move it away from that point at all on the way up, you're going to do this right. So you stay right here, wherever the knee is, you stay right in place. That automatically brings the hip through. So if you focus solely on your knee, you should be in good shape. We go straight down. We know the knee's not too far over the toes. We know the knee's not too far back. So the knee's guiding us. And on the way back up, if we're looking at the knee stays right in contact. It never translates backwards at all away from the point it was at the bottom. Now this is no wussy exercise. As I said, this should become a staple of a complete leg training program. I mean, you can load up the weights. Here I am grabbing 95-pound dumbbells, doing this sort of towards the tail end of my workout after I already did my double leg work. But the fact is I'm never overlooking the importance of doing single leg training. And beyond that, it has benefits for those people that have lower back issues, that can't maybe actually load with a barbell on their back. But if you're training legs and trying to overload the legs, the most important thing is if you're going to use the barbell, that's fine. But make sure you get the mechanics of this exercise right so that you don't discount the value of them before you even incorporate it into your program. All right, guys, I hope you found the video helpful. We got a lot of requests about this particular exercise because I tend to favor it a lot in our programming. This is why. If you're looking for a complete training program that trains you like an athlete, never skips leg days, trains you like an athlete, helps you to get strong, at the same time always applying the principles as a physical therapist to avoid injury, stay healthy, and get you guys training for a long, long time, that's at ATHLEAN-X.com right now. In the meantime, if you found the video helpful, let me know what else I can help you with, and I'll do that in a future video. All right, guys, see ya.